Hi everybody, I hope you just finished watching me in some form, one way or another. So, being a felon in America, but I'm going to touch being a felon in Atlanta, in Georgia, because I'm seeing it impact stronger than I've seen it. I'm from New York originally, stronger than I saw it impact people in New York. So, people go off, the system has been stacked. The deck is stacked. We've been saying this for years, but because African Americans are saying it, it's dismissed, and no one looks into it, right? Till it start affecting other people's pockets, and then we can prove some things. So these gentlemen go off, mostly gentlemen, I'll say that, some women, and they are picked up with 10 ounces of something. It automatically, or the charges are trumped up. You got to trump up 5 charges to get one to stick. They give them these astronomical weights that they didn't have in order to make the case of distribution and whatever, to put them in a system to get this many years of work out of these gentlemen. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not in any way saying that crime is right, and I'm not saying that a lot of people have not done what they've done. I am saying that once they've caught you, they're going to add on to get what they need. The arrests. This officer has 100 and some arrests in his career. The DA and all of the other ones, they haven't lost such and such many cases, and they are firm on crime. The judge, oh, this is Judge Hingham. You know, he's very stiff one, and it corrodes our fabric of our, country in America. And you find out that you're persecuting somebody for something that may not affect the end-all be-all, you're still lying. One sin ain't no greater than the other. You're still lying. And you're taking someone's life. Now, I would thought, Christian, no matter how you took their life, because one thing affects another. Butterfly effect, drop in the bucket, socialist, whatever you want to, one thing affects the other. So why, when it comes to certain walks of life, do they get a harsher penalty than others? Because they're good workers. Because I've guaranteed this many bodies for this long, for this amount of pay, for this metal to be bought, to be built, to be used. So this can be, the DMV now has free license plates, and you have people who can now cater all of their functions, and so forth and so forth. It all affects each other. And then you tell them to come home. You can never vote again because you made a decision at 15 to 22. Let's just pick a number. But when most of them was raping frat parties and driving people off cliffs. Let's come on, America. We at the table. Now their crime is different because they have used their affiliations, their Masons, their fraternity brothers, the sororities, and so forth to do what it was designed to do, really not designed to do, but what they used it for benefits them. We can't get ours out of jail. We can't even get them a job now when they get out of jail because they are marked a felon. He can't vote to change the system because he's marked a felon. Now you want him to go get a job in a state that you can't even live in any housing. I'm not talking about just public housing. Almost any housing, if you're a felon. If someone does let you live there, how are you going to pay your stuff? When the first thing you got to check is, are you a felon? I don't think y'all hear me on this. They have to take housing that is far below maybe what they were introduced to from, and you should be happy to be anywhere because you just came from jail. You're a felon. They have to get through families of their loved ones who now judge them, or people that they want to move on from life, but because people can't deal with the whole society, how it connects, they want to project their morals and their great whatever on this felon. You're beneath them. Your mama probably got more baby bodies in the backyard. And you're judging this man who did whatever because the initial system was horrible. Your father has probably been an alcoholic for however many years and beaten your mama, but you became a judge because you didn't like the things that you saw at home, and you don't want to sit down and deal with what is in your subconscious. So you projected and transfer all of your anger to the things that built society. And if these minorities and these immigrants weren't here, my father could have been a better man. It all connects, and you treat these people. I'm not saying everybody comes home reformed. I'm not saying everybody didn't commit their crime. I'm asking, where do they get to rebuild and change? I have known before they became felons and after. And they are some of the most beautiful people you would ever want to meet. And all they want to do is do their job. Because when you work and you can get out your anger, and I can't afford a gym membership to punch a bag, and I can dig and I can grab that jackhammer and get all of my anger out, or I can bake and show that my art and get my sensitivity out. And all the things that they're not taught from the beginning, because there's no social system to help these people or get them through. I am not, people, arguing or making excuses for them. What I am saying is that all things work together. Let these people come out and show you who they are. They're all recyclable. You'll recycle some trash. You'll recycle a pet, but you won't recycle a human being because he has a name or she has a name of felon. He can be a janitor. I don't like certain crimes. I'm not gonna say I get it. But you're telling me if you worked with children and you did this, that I can't put you in another field where you just can't be around children. He's still a valuable person. She's still a valuable person. She can do something. We are coming in to paint your house. We need all members of the family to be out of the house. So if he's been for grand larceny, he can't do this, but he can do this. He can work on somebody's roof. California finally figured out to recycle out the jobs and their felons. If you are gangbangers and have all this anger, or all of these, kicking in doors, or all these things that go with being a felon, then you must have a lot of bravado and a lot of heart. So let me see how much heart you have. Go work and put out that fire. Now, everything after that is fair play. Hope you make it home every day. But I found a lot of felons are extremely intelligent. I'm going to make it home. That's how they survived outside. But at least one state was able to figure out that these people somehow are employable, and you just gave them a firefighter's job. You have to pass these qualifications to get it. You have to, first of all, be able to read. You know how many people I know that have jobs that can't write a sentence, can't read? This felon was able to run a multi-billion-dollar company, but because he didn't pay you taxes on something, when you didn't give him any other way in, you telling me this man can't run another company for you? He can't be on Johnson & Johnson as a whatever? CFO? Recycle out people. Give everyone a chance, and all things affect the other. But people are not trash. Christians. And all other religions. That Commonwealth state, you'll never flourish if you don't use what you have. Treat your people right and give them fair pay. Your prison system might sort of collapse. Maybe that's why they keep trumping up charges and sending emails to people they've never seen, giving them the amount that they need to make sure I get a conviction. All things being equal, right? Turn to your fellow felon and say, you are my brother. We think we use the best tool we have and try to recycle them out. and let's make America great, right? Since that's the slogan y'all want to really run with now. Let's try to make America great. I'll see you next week, people. Y'all can tell I wasn't feeling this topic because I'm really trying to get through this without being emotional. Click on the media. I'm somewhere out there. Tiffany Box Feels or Tiffany Box Feelings. Put your suggestions, questions, things of that sort. Go to Facebook, hit me on the inbox, and I'll try to get to your topic as soon as possible. See you next week.